I just want everyone to know. I'll tell the world, yeah. I'll tell the world. I just want everyone to know.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Labor's Day. What is going on, everybody? Cap Nation Live, Monday the 6th of September. Ready to rock, ready to roll on this beautiful and blessed Monday. Ready not to have to work too hard, ready to get out of here. What is going on, everybody? Yes, Killick, we lost every game with the stash. The deal was that if I lost every game, and believe it or not, we actually had a game of the week that day, and I said if I lost the game of the week and every game, I would never grow it back, and we lost. And then we said, nah, it couldn't be the stash. Let's do it one more day. And we did it one more day. And I think we went 0-3 as well. So, yeah, the stash is out. It's not going to happen. Reynolds says, happy Labor Day to everyone. The Fox is about to put on a show. And not by Skype either, if you know what I mean. Yeah, no only fans here, right? Michael, good morning. Joe Free, good morning. Fast Freddy in the house. Good morning. Says, love the free show, especially when Joe is here to join Kyle. Zach Key, good morning. Paulo, good morning. Yes, the Sunday play lost. Shit happens. It happens, unfortunately. It sucks, but, it happens. It's part of sports betting. Get used to it. Mike Hockey, good morning. KD in the house. Mr. Davis, what is going on? Good morning to you. Joe Free, the people that hit the thumbs down before the show even starts, they're just a miserable sons of bitches. You know what I mean? They probably live a miserable life all by them lonesome, or in mom's basement, probably wishing that their show could do what we did, but they never will, because one, they're just not us. Corey, good morning, sir. Dick Kick Actual in the house. What's going on? Good morning. Good morning. Ronald, good morning. Jeff, good morning. Fast Freddy, I already got you. Neverez, good morning. If I missed you, I do apologize. It's nothing personal. Ryan Moore, good morning. Jeff says, what's good? It's a new day and a new week. Does that count? Does that count? What's good? It's a new day. It's a new week. Marcola, good morning. Man, I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready to rock and roll. We're blessed with some early morning baseball today, huh? Monday night college football today. This will be the last Monday without the NFL in it for a very long time. Joe, damn straight, brother. Damn straight. Definitely misery, that is for sure. Joe C., good morning. Jeff S. says, yeah, nobody has ever lost 2 games in a row. Let's just not make it 3, if you know what I mean. Let's just not make it 3. I'm not planning on making it 3. How about them Florida State Seminoles yesterday, huh? Florida State, oh my Lord. That was a tough ending for Florida State yesterday. Call the timeout so that way they can review the call, which was a bad call, only to shank the field goal anyways. I actually feel bad for that kicker because he nailed it from deep, and unfortunately, that's a tough one. It's a tough one, Yeah, KD, I'm glad he got to come in. Milton is, he's a rock star, and I hope he gets more time behind the helm. He is definitely a rock star, that's for sure. And he'll hopefully bring them some success this year. Personally, Notre Dame not being able to get by Florida State in regulation, unranked Florida State in regulation. That number 9 next to Notre Dame, that shit needs to drop. I mean, it needs to go higher, like way higher. And it won't. The fact that they gave up 38 to unranked Florida State, and they barely beat them, and it took overtime to beat them. Jeff, there was probably a running back in the vicinity of him, even though it went straight down. Yeah, Joe. I agree with the 25, maybe 15 or 18. I think I'm gonna film a video and I'm gonna make it funny, and we're gonna do a funny rankings video each and every single week. Because there's definitely some teams that need to be out of the rankings. LSU, into the rankings. UCLA, out Washington. Some need to stay the same. Out of the top 15, Clemson. I think if you lose and you are a high-ranked team, you should be out and have to work your way back in, because if you're a top 25 or a number 25 team or the 20th ranked team and you lose, you're out, and you got to work your way back into it. So I think I'm going to do one just for the shits and giggles of poking fun at some teams. See what kind of madness I can create. Ron Moore, good morning. Primetime Yoke, good morning. Oklahoma number 2 has to change after that performance. Yeah, Oklahoma number 2. I mean, let's be honest. They need to be gone. They are not, no offense. Actually, I don't even care if it's offensive. They are not a top 10 team. They are not a top 10 team. Not yet anyways. Now, everybody has a rusty first game sometimes. What do I think about UTSA versus Illinois? I was on the wrong side of that one. So, go UTSA. Fast Freddy, thank you for reminding me. It is now spinning, so you'll be winning. So, we'll see what kind of fun we can have. We'll see what kind of fun we can have. Yeah, because I mean, let's be honest. Oklahoma barely getting by Tulane. They should not be second. Clemson losing. They need to be gone. Maybe in the top 25, but I think if you lose, you should automatically be out of the top 25 and have to work your way in. That's my own opinion. Cincinnati, they're probably priced right about where they need to be. You know what I mean? North Carolina, get them out of the top 10. Wisconsin, get them out of the top 12. Get them out of the top 15. If you're a ranked team and you lose, you should be out. Plain and simple. Miami, get them out. LSU, get them out. Indiana, take them off the fucking list. Oh my Lord. Washington, boot them. Boot them. Lost to Montana. Or excuse me, yes, Montana. 13-7. They scored 7 measly points. Why do I like Ole Miss so much? Lane Kiffin, baby. Lane flippin' Kiffin. Texas. All right. All right, all right, all right. I see Texas. I see you. Raging Cajuns. Come on now. They're not the 23rd ranked team in the country. Coastal Carolina. I see you. I see you with a gimme game over Citadel. The Utes. Utah with a gimme game over Weber State. Victor, good morning. You know, Utah gets BYU next. We'll see what Utah's made of. Arizona State. They're probably priced about right. Maybe move them up a notch or two. I mean, they did win. I mean, they beat Southern Utah. I mean, they get UNLV next. But Arizona State, the Sun Devils are going to lose on the 18th, all right? The Sun Devils are going to lose on the 18th when they face BYU. More than likely. And if they don't lose there, they're losing the first Saturday in October when they face UCLA. I got to say, I am not a Bruins fan. You guys all know that. Biased, I am a USC Trojans fan. Jeff, Iowa needs no mention after the 34-6 beatdown of Indiana, who needs to be out of the top 25. Iowa needs to be in the top 10 to start. They need to be in the top 10. And if they can somehow beat Iowa State, which, by the way, should not, in my opinion, be the 7th-ranked team in the country. It may be a tough game for them, but they barely got by Northern Iowa, and they were at home. Fast Freddy says the New York Jets have a nice quarterback from BYU. Yeah, they just exchanged a Sam Darnold for a Sam Darnold. Iowa State should not be ranked 7th. That's a disgrace to the rankings right there. I might do a show and go over all of this just for shits and giggles. The Cap Nation rankings on where everybody should truly be. The winners and the losers. My USC Trojans. I mean, I'm not impressed with a 30-7 win. That game should have been blown wide open. And it wasn't. Now they jump right into Pac-12 conference play in their next game, so September 11th. Matt Beast's exchange to Sam Darnold for Sam Darnold equals best reference ever. I mean, that's the best way I can put it. They swapped out a Sammy Darnold for a Sam Darnold. I hope they got something good for the one Sam Darnold that went somewhere else. And I'm happy the real Sam Darnold went somewhere else. I really am. I am really happy, and I hope he has an opportunity to excel, because usually the Jets and playing for the Jets are generally, career-ending contract signing experience. Jeff says a segment every week called Kyle's Contenders, right? I like that. I like that. I like that. So yeah, we'll maybe I could do something. Maybe I could I could come up with something good to say or bad to say, something funny to say, just about everything. I mean, Alabama being number 1, beating down Miami, yeah, they deserve it. They absolutely deserve it. They took care of another ranked team, 14th ranked. They didn't take a gimme fucking game in the first week like they always do. Alabama always taking gimme after gimme after gimme. Now they get a gimme next week. They get a gimme on Saturday. What's that line going to be? 50 points? Probably. Joe, the reason why they rank them is, one, it gives, people something to talk about. And two, they basically rank it off of returning starters, recruiting class, transfers now, all of that stuff. Renaud, USC probably has one of the best quarterbacks in college. All-around quarterbacks in college. Somewhere along the lines, Clay Helton will fuck it up for my Trojans this year. Somewhere along the lines, Clay Helton will make a horrible coaching decision. And if he's not on the chopping block this year, then fuck. I might have to change over and be a Bruins fan if he's not on the chopping block. But hey, I'm rooting for my Trojans. I hope they get it done. And not just for Clay Helton's sake, but for all of Trojan fans around the world. But yeah, somewhere along the lines, he's going to fuck it up for us in a major way. We're all going to call for his head on a stake. And it probably won't happen again. And then I'm going to be forced to become a UCLA Bruins fan. And Lord, please help me. I don't want that. Definitely don't want that. Speaking of UCLA, get them in the gosh darn rankings. Get them in the rankings. All right, so we get baseball in less than 2 hours, so let's jump right into it, guys. We're going to take a gander at some baseball. We're going to take a look at that college football game as well. KD says he's no Saban. Jesus, Jiminy Crickets. Even when Coach Sark was drunk, he was still a better coach than what we got than Clay Helton. Lane Kiffin, he just wasn't matured yet when he was at USC. He just wasn't matured yet. Now here he is. If you look, all the ones USC is shit canned. They go spend a year or two with old Saban. And now they've got big programs. Coach Sark at Texas. And I was not a Sarkisian fan at all. Oh, I hated that deal. I liked him when he was an assistant at USC, but not as the head coach. And old Kiffin at Ole Miss. Corey says UCLA couldn't get a defense figured out last year. They definitely will be a force this year. UCLA is going to be good this year. That UCLA-USC matchup, I'm kind of scared for. I'm kind of scared for my Trojans. I mean, we might actually lose to UCLA this year. I was not a fan when Chip Kelly came back from the NFL and landed in the Pac-12. I would have liked him at USC. But I did not like him, on the other side of LA. No doubt about it. Katie says, hope Sark has success. Absolutely. Absolutely. I like to see people that overcome adversity and have success. First, it was Lane Kiffin getting left on the tarmac. He goes to Alabama as an assistant. Then he brought all that excitement to FAU. And Kiffin and company put more kids in the NFL as a quarterback. I love that excitement. Here he is at Ole Miss. Absolutely love to see it. Sark getting fired at USC for being drunk on the job or whatever it was. Becoming an analyst for Alabama. Then a offensive coordinator assistant or whatever it was. Then an offensive coordinator. Well, I can't, forget his time at, with the Falcons. And now to Texas. Corey says he sure did his son wrong with that name, though. I just hope he continues his tweeting. And I know he's calmed down. Ronald, I love that picture. I love that picture, brother. Alrighty. Free play hit. Free plays from the live show generally hit. That they do. Katie says UCLA looks like possible contenders. The problem is they won't get a fair rankings because they play in the Pac-12. Now, if the problem, and it's going to lie, you get Oregon, USC, UCLA in the Pac-12 with success, and they're going to beat each other up. And they will probably all beat each other up. Meaning UCLA will beat my Trojans will beat Oregon, and Oregon will beat UCLA. And then they'll all have a loss, and there will be nothing. No contenders from the Pac-12. It's just the way that it is. It's just the way the cookie crumbles for the Pac-12. All right, so let's jump right into baseball. Let's get this show on the road because you guys don't get me for too much longer, so I want to make sure we're getting through some games. Kansas City and Baltimore. Royals and the Orioles. Orioles are favored. Holy dog shit. The Orioles are favored for a game. By the way, they're 4-6 in their last 10, winners of 2 straight. Oh, my Lord. Can the Orioles put together a 3rd straight win? They beat the Yankees back-to-back. Can they notch a 3rd win today? They're actually plus 100 even money right now. The money has actually shifted to the Royals laying $1.10 with Chris Bubik on the mound. As far as this one goes, I gotta tell you, I do lean towards Kansas City in this one. I don't have $1 on this game. I do not have $1 on this game, but I do lean towards Kansas City, minus $1.10. And you can also lay some juice with them. You could lay minus 195 and get them at plus 1.5, but you'd have to lay minus 195. And again, the Royals are like pesky. They come out of nowhere. And they hurt you when you least expect it. It's just Baltimore. All right, so as far as the total goes, no opinion on the total. Moving on down the list. Oh man. As far as the total goes, no opinion on the total. Total's at 10.5. I can plead a case why it's high. I can plead a case why it's low. And I got to steer clear of it. The sheriff is here, everybody. Watch your mouths. The sheriff is here, so watch your mouths. All right. Toronto and the New York Yankees. Hyun-Shin Ryu on the mound against Talon. what to expect with Ryu on the mound. 12-8 on the year. Definitely petered off from where he was. Gave up 3 runs on 3 hits in 5 2/3 innings in his last outing against the Orioles, the pesky Orioles, who, by the way, beat them that day 4-2. He had 6 strikeouts and 3 walks in that game. Thank you, Sheriff Edward. The game before that, Hyun-Jin Ryu against the White Sox gave up 7 runs on 7 hits in 3 2/3, 4 strikeouts and a walk, and got tagged. Now, his last game against the Tigers, he had a nice gem for 7 innings, 5 hits, no runs. But for the most part, he's been getting lit the fuck up in his last games. 4 out of his last 5, he's given up some great production to the opposing team. Now, on the other side of the mound, Jamison Talon, 8-5 on the year with his 4.44 ERA, 131 strikeouts through 131 2/3 innings. We're going to get 4 to 5, maybe 6 if he's pitching a great game. But he's been getting tagged as well. Gave up 6 runs on 5 hits in 4 2/3. He had 6 strikeouts and a single walk against the Angels. Before that, he gave up 5 runs on 4 hits, 3 runs on 5 hits, 3 runs on 7 hits. It has been since his last outing against Kansas City where he gave up just a single run. As far as this one goes, both pitchers have the capability to pitch lights out and shut us down. The total on this one is 9.5 of the first 5 over 5.5. They have the first 5 juiced. It's high at 5.5. If the first 5 was 4.5, I'd be on the over. Now, I honestly think we see a lot of runs in this game and we see them early. I think Ryu gets tagged. I think Jamison gets tagged. I think the over 5.5 in the first 5 is live. That's a slight little lean. I'm just a little leery of it because Hyun-Jin Ryu can pitch a lockdown game. Jamison can do it as well. It's been a little while since either one of these pitchers actually had some lockdown games, but I think it's possible. The full game over 9.5, I think if each team's picking up 3 to 4 runs in the first 5, we don't need much later on down the stretch. So I do lean towards the first 5 over and the full game over. As far as the side goes, no opinion on the side. You want to know? Take a dart, close your eyes, spin around 10 times, and then throw it, see where it lands. Rookie MVP, can I steer you in the right direction on the Reds game? Possibly. I do need to blow my snaz. Got a little allergies rolling this morning, and I don't want to do it in your ear or your face. So whatever you do in sports betting, sometimes, shit can get depressing. Just don't.
Girl, you're so fine and you're all mine. I just want everyone to know. I'll tell the world, yeah. I'll tell the world. I just want everyone to know.
You never want to be that guy, no matter what happens. All right, so moving on down the list. Mets and the Nationals. Williams against Corbin. It's a fade the Corbin program, guys. If I was going to do anything on this one, and we've got to play on this on part of this game, so I'm not going to discuss it in full, but I will tell you, fade the Corbin. It seems to work. Mets have been turning their program around now. They are coming off a 13-6 win yesterday. They're 8-2 in their last 10, trending in the right direction, trying to make a push in that NL East. However, they are third. As far as the total goes, remember, we've got to play on it, so if you want to know, you got to get on board for this one. And we're just moving on down the list. We're going to bounce around. Let's talk about the Phillies and the Brewers. Wheeler, Woodruff. Man, we rode the Phillies hard lately. 7-3 in their last 10. They're coming off of a win yesterday. Thanks for that win, by the way, Phillies. We do get Wheeler on the mound today. And his last outing, 4 outings, he's been roughed up. In 4 outings, he's given up 21 runs. Yeah, Wheeler's given up 21 runs in 4 games. Ouch, is what you need to say. Woodruff, on the other hand, in the last 4 games, has given up 8, and 6 of those came in 1 game against St. Louis, where he got roughed up. His last 2 games, he's given up 1 run over 12 innings. He's given up 9 hits, 1 run over the last 12 innings of play, and that 1 run came by way of solo home run against San Francisco. He's got 18 strikeouts over the last 2 games, 8 in the last outing, 10 before that. Woodruff is rolling. Oh, Brandon Woodruff is rolling. We're going to take a look at his strikeout prop and see if we can get it anywhere at a decent number. And I'm going to guess that we don't get it anywhere near anything that I'd want to bet. So let's pop up the Woodruff number and see what we get at our friends over at BetOnline. But I'm going to be probably certain we get priced out. Woodruff is over 6.5 at minus $1.18. For him to hit 7, now he's done it 2 out of the last 4 games. He's done it 3 out of the last 5 games. 6, 7 out of the last 9 games. 7 out of the last 10. 7 out of the last 10. Now, the last time he faced the Phillies, he struck out 11 of them in 6 2/3. Let's talk about a rock star there. The game before that, he had 5 strikeouts against the Phillies. This is going way back into May of last year. I like the Woodruff strikeout prop, kind of like Castillo hitting 7. The fucking Reds leaving Castillo in yesterday. Too long. An inning too long. I do like the Woodruff over 6.5. But it's got to be a lean for me. Okay, it's just got to be a strong lean. I don't think that I'm going to bet it, to be honest. No, Shapendi, when we have our stuff up and running, you'll be notified. Hopefully we'll have all of that information out later today. Alrighty. Now, as far as the actual game goes, besides the Woodruff over 6.5, which I do like, I just don't know if I can bet it today. It was kind of like the Castillo. It cashed, just didn't know if I could bet it yesterday. But as far as the side goes, I got to roll with the Brewers. They're definitely the more rounded team, the more consistent team. The Brewers are only laying 134 on the money line. I think they get the job done against Wheeler. I think they get the job done. Mike says over and under in the Phillies game. Over. And I like the Brewers enough to actually bet it. We have the Brewers, and I like them enough to bet it. I think the Brewers will cash easy for us today. I think they light Wheeler up in the first 5. Wheeler's gone in 4. And then it'll just be a bullpen game for the rest of the game for us after Woodruff comes out in the 6th or 7th inning. We just have to hope that the pesky Phillies don't do some damage late in that game. So it's going up. Well, it would go up on the board if the board was working. Hopefully we'll have that fixed. I do have a call scheduled with them later in the week. But Milwaukee Brewers in the comment section, free play. Brewers minus 134 to get the job done. Brewers minus 134. Bouncing around, Twins and the Indians. Ober against Allen. A little bit later on today at 6:10 Eastern time. What to expect between the Twins and the Indians? The Indians need to keep winning. Second in the AL Central. 6-4 in their last 10. Had a big win yesterday. Big win yesterday over the Red Sox. Bailey Ober, 2-2 on the year. What to expect? The Indians come in at plus $1.16. Twins laying 126. As far as this one, Logan Allen is a liability for the Indians, 1-5 on the year. They just can't win with him on the mound, is the problem. If I was going to take the Indians today, which, by the way, I'm not, I do lean towards them to get the job done. I think they need to continue winning. I think if I was going to play it, I would take the plus 1.5 runs, and I would lay the minus 140. But again, I'm going to steer clear of that. Just going to steer clear of it. It's the Indians. They're not as consistent as I'd like them to be if I'd be putting my money on it. Kikuchi and the Mariners against McCullers Jr. and the Astros. The old Mariners. Man, this is a sleeper of a team. You never know when they're winning. They're 13 games above 500. They don't get a lot of traction. They'll be sucking, getting their asses kicked. And then next thing you know, they're on a 5-game win streak, headed into Houston. Houston, how they're 22 games above 500. As wishy-washy as Houston is, they're somehow 22 games above 500. I don't get it. When you bet them, they lose. When you don't bet them, they blow teams out. They're coming off that 4-3 loss yesterday. They've lost 2 straight to San Diego, 5-5 in their last 10. Seattle, 6-4 in their last 10, and winners of 5 straight. Granted, they just got done playing the D-backs, so there's a couple gimme games. They're going to get a game today with McCullers Jr. on the mound, who is generally going to pitch a gem. You're only going to get 5 to 6 innings out of him. Zach Key said, I saw a boost somewhere for plus 300 for Seattle and Ole Miss. Yeah. Seattle's going to be a tough one. McCullers Jr. pitched a nice 5-inning gem in his last outing against Seattle. In Seattle, he went 5 complete innings, gave up 4 hits, gave up no runs, 3 strikeouts, and 3 walks. Kikuchi, Kikuchi also had a gem against Houston. He went 7 innings, gave up 4 hits, no runs, 4 strikeouts, and 2 walks. The total on this one is sitting at 8.5. Both of these teams have the capability to explode. However, I do lean towards the under 8.5 in this one. And if it happens to go over, it's going to be later in the game. And that's why it's only a lean. As far as this game goes, I do lean towards the Astros. But you're going to get more production out of Kikuchi if he's capable to, pitch a good game, which he's been very rocky as of late, with the exception of his last game. So, as far as the side goes, do lean towards the Astros. But I got to steer clear of it completely. Rangers and the Angels. Rangers and the Angels. I've got to play on the total on this one with Alexa and Barrio on the mound. As far as the side goes, I could really give a rat's ass which team wins today between the Rangers and the Angels, preferably. I hope they both lose. Somehow I hope that they figure out a way to both lose today. Not that that's possible, but I just don't really have any faith in any one of these teams. Jaime Barria on the mound, he's got 38 1/3 innings pitched so far, just 21 strikeouts, 15 walks. And then there's AJ Alexy. He's got 5 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts, and 3 walks through 5 innings. Don't have much faith in him either. So, it's probably going to be a bullpen game early, and we'll go from there. But again, as far as the side goes, no opinion on it. No opinion on the side on this one. Really none. All right, so moving to college football. And what do we got today, Bob? Well, we get Louisville and Ole Miss. By the way, Lane Kiffin, as I told you guys yesterday, will not be on the sidelines. Lane Kiffin will not be on the sidelines today for Ole Miss, testing positive for COVID. Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin last year went 5-5 straight up, 5-5 against the spread. Louisville went 4-7 straight up, 5-5-1 against the spread. And I think we get a good game today. I really do. I think we get a good game. I think it will be competitive for a little while. I don't think it's necessarily going to be just a straight blowout. I think we'll see some tests today without Lane Kiffin on the side. Shane, you're very welcome, brother. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. And by the way, if you guys haven't already done so, if you have not hit that subscribe button just yet, hit that subscribe button right now. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. That way you don't miss a beat on anything that we do. When you're done with that, hit that thumbs up button. Everybody in here right now should be able to X out of that live chat and hit that thumbs up button. Help us get our video trending in the right direction. And then when you're done with that, there's a button called join. All right? Or in the description of the video, it says join here. Or maybe you don't see a join button, but you see a $sign. Click on that $sign, then click join. Become a YouTube exclusive member. There is a YouTube exclusive members video that is coming out today. There will be a members only video for all of our YouTube exclusive members that comes out today. All right? There will be a members only video today. We're going to try and keep the members only content coming. So make sure you get that $14.99 Cap Nation family membership, because that's who's going to have access to today's winner in that video. All right? You get extra access to extra content, and it's going to be a lot of fun. All right? It's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure you do not miss out on any of the fun stuff that we're going to be doing. All right? We got a lot of fun stuff in the works. And all of our contests should be out later today. All of our contests should be out later today. And we're going to have contests for you guys. That's free for everybody. We're also going to have a contest for our customers. And I'll have information on how and who is eligible for that. And I will also have a NFL contest for just YouTube exclusive members. So, it's going to pay to be a YouTube exclusive member, that's for sure. Alrighty, so give me 1 second, folks. Thank you, Katie. I definitely appreciate it. Shapendi, I agree with you. Give me 1 second, folks. Give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second. I am just pulling up the college football lines. And seeing what we can do. So give me 1 second, folks. 1 second. Alrighty. So, college football. Again, this is going to be a great game on ESPN to watch. I think there should be some great action on this one. Line is Ole Miss laying 9. It's trending in the going higher direction. The juice is minus $1.15. +9, minus 105 for Louisville. who's a plus 300 money line. Underdog, minus 370 for Ole Miss. Over and under is down to 74. I've seen it as high as 75. First half numbers, Ole Miss laying 6.5 with a total of 37. The over is plus 100. Zach Key, welcome to the family, brother. Zach Key, welcome to the family. First quarter numbers, Ole Miss laying 3.5 with a first quarter team or combined total, of 17. That's high. That's high, especially for game number one between both of these two teams. Ole Miss's total, individual team total, 42.5. Ole Miss's first half team total, 21.5. Jumping into this one and what to really expect. I mean, last year Ole Miss averaged 39.2 points per game. They averaged giving up 38.3 points per game on defense. Let's talk about how horrible their defense was. Ole Miss's defense was horrendous last year. They gave up 38.3 points per game. They gave up 207 yards a game on the ground at 5.3 yards per carry. They gave up 312 yards a game in the air at 8.1 yards per passing attempt. They finished the season -5 on turnovers. Now, Louisville's defense, granted, level of competition was a lot different coming from where Louisville plays versus playing in the SEC every single game. Louisville gave up 26.6 points per game. They gave up 180 yards a game on the ground. Still a high number, 4.8 yards per carry. You want to be successful against Louisville, just run the damn ball. They gave up 7.2 yards on average per passing attempt at 189. They finished the season -12 on turnovers. On offense, Louisville averaged 29.5 points a game. They ran the ball pretty good, 200 yards a game at 5.2 yards per carry. They averaged 244 in the air at 8.5 yards per passing attempt, 15.1 yards per point. And then there's Ole Miss, all right? Mississippi averaged 39.2 points per game. They averaged 211 yards a game on the ground, 4.6 yards per carry. They ran the ball on average 13 more running plays than passing plays, averaged 33 passing plays a game at 345 in the air at 10.3 yards per passing attempt. Now, there was a stat for when Ole Miss was favored by 10 or more, which where the line was out. When they're favored by 10 or more, they're 8-2 to the over. They're now only favored by 9. So throw that dumb stat right out the window. As far as the side on this one goes, I already gave you guys a free play on this one in the daily free play video. And if you have not watched that daily free play video, you need to watch the daily free play video. Ole Miss gets the job done. And it may not be until late in that third quarter and fourth quarter when they finally pull away. Game one jitters. But I think they get the job done in convincing fashion. As far as the total goes, over and under 74. Louisville's going to score some points today. I just don't know if they're going to score enough to go along with Ole Miss to push the total over. I don't lean towards the total going over. If I leaned on anything, I would probably say the under 74. Yeah, you heard me say it, a college football under, but again, I can't touch it. I can't touch it. I think Ole Miss covers. I already gave it out last night, laying 9. Bet it before it goes back up to 9.5 or 10. Hang on one second, guys. I apologize. That was the head honcho, the big boss calling. He's making sure we were fucking working on the holiday. No, actually, he was making sure all was good. But yes, Arthur, what's going on? But again, here we are wrapping up the show. Then I gotta put you guys on hold for 4 minutes. Again, I do apologize. But again, as far as the total goes, I lean towards the under. But with both teams, there's the capability for it to go sky high and be no defense with both of these two teams. Morning, William. Thanks for tuning in. But again, Ole Miss laying the 9, I think is a bargain. I think it's a bargain. Get it before it goes back up, because it will go back up when the public starts betting on it. Karen C., good morning. Happy Labor Day to you. Happy Labor Day to everybody. If you guys are at home, please be safe today. If you're at work, thank you for keeping the labor force in check and working. I know I'm at work, but hopefully in a couple of hours I'll be able to go home and enjoy the rest of my holiday weekend. All right, folks, I am out. That is what I have for today. Let's have a great day today. Please wager responsibly on the game we gave you. And let's have a great day today. All right, please, again, wager responsibly. And don't do anything stupid. Remember, we'll be back live, same time, same place tomorrow. 10:30 on the East, 7:30 on the West. Overlay says Dr. FC on the phone. Oh, shit. Thank you. I forgot we put that up the other day. Dr. FC is not on the phone. All right, guys. I am out. Enjoy your Monday. If you're not on board, get on board. It's going to be a big day today. All right, guys. Good luck, everybody. Have a great day. Hit that thumbs up on your way out the door. Good luck, everybody.